Looking at question 9, it says a program allows a user to save passwords used to log into websites. A stored password is then inserted automatically when the user logs into the corresponding website. A student is developing a program to generate a strong password. The password will be a fixed format consisting of 3 groups of 4 alphanumeric characters, separated by the hyphen character. So yeah, here's just an example. We've got four alphanumeric characters, right? Then the hyphen, another 4 alphanumeric hyphen, right? Then another 4. So in total, a valid password must be 14 characters long, must be 3 groups of 4 alphanumeric characters, and yeah, groups are separated with a hyphen, and it may include duplicate characters provided these appear in different groups. So I mean, if I just kind of write an example, what that's saying is, let's say we have the password, and then maybe ABCD, and then ABCD, ABCD, right? I mean, this would be valid, but if we had something like this, well, here we've got 2 A's in the same group, right? So of course, yeah, this is not valid. Right then, random char, well, this just generates a single random character within these ranges, then it will just return the character. Exist, well, this takes a string and a character and performs a case-sensitive search for the character in the string. Returns true if the character occurs in the string, otherwise returns false. And then yeah, we want to write this generate. So this should generate a valid password using random char and exists. Then just return the password. Okay, so if we just think about this, well, we've kind of got like 2 loops, right? Because the first loop is just looping through like 3 groups, and then the second loop, well, we're just looping through 4 characters. Yeah, so what we can do, and there's a couple of ways of doing this. Let's go function. Let's call it, generate. Right, I think this doesn't take any parameters, but it's going to return a string. So let's just maybe let's just declare 1 will just be password, and let's also have like current group. Right, okay, they're both going to be strings. Let's also have current character. Let's go current character, and well, of course, this will just be a character. And I think maybe that's all we need. Right, so here then, let's just loop through the groups. So we'll just go group. Right, this will be 1, and then we'll just go 2, 3. Right then, well, here we just want to loop through each of the the sort of 4 4 characters like this. Now we could do this just using okay. I was thinking we could do it just using a repeat until, but I think we will actually need a for loop probably. So what we'll do, right, let's set the current group, and we'll just reset this as being back to an empty string, because of course when we've done the first group, well, then when we get to the next group, right, this should be an empty string. And I mean, we can also just maybe initialize this password as well. Right, so let's go here, let's say maybe on character num. Right, so this will just be 1, and then we'll just go 2, 4. Right, now what we need then is we need to ensure that each character is different, and we can do that using exists. So let's say repeat, and then what we'll do is, well, we'll just try and generate a new character. So that's going to be, I think current character, and then we'll just use the random character function that we've got already. And guys, again, I mean, like here we've already got this starter code, so exist, random character, decrypt, encrypt, and as always, if you want this, well, just go to the exam questions, choose the correct year, correct paper, then just open it here. Right, so what we want to do, let's just repeat until, and here then we can use the exists, and then what this will be, well, the string is the current, this is the current group. Right, the character we're trying to find is the current character, and I guess we want to do this until it's false. So basically keep generating a new character until that character is not already in this group. So I think that should work. And then what we'll do when we've done that, well, then we can just concatenate with the current group. So this will be the current group and the character we've just generated. Right, then let's go, I think let's just go next character number. Okay, I think that should be okay. And then what we'll do is we have to think now, if it's the first two groups, then we want to add the hyphen after it. But if it's the final group, well, we don't want the hyphen. So, I mean, I guess what we can do, I mean, first we can probably just concatenate with the password. So let's go password and then this is the current group. And yeah, here we can just have the if statement. So let's say the if group, and yeah, group, remember that that's this for variable. Right, so if this is less than 3, then what we're going to do, well, we're going to have the password, and well, we're just going to add the hyphen. Alright, so I think, yeah, maybe that's everything. Let's just go, right, okay, hang on, right, next, okay, next group, and yeah, let's just return, so return password. Yeah, so I think, right, maybe that's okay. Let's go end function, and we'll just test it. And here, maybe let's try and generate 10 passwords, just so we can actually see, you know, make sure they're all different, make sure they're all correct. Yeah, I don't know, maybe 20. Alright, let's try. Okay, and it's saying, yeah, this code is not used. Right, let's delete that. And yeah, I mean, guys, so this seems to be working, right, the correct format, and there shouldn't be any that have repeated characters. Yeah, okay, so I think this is working. For part B, it says a global 2D array secret of type string stores the passwords together with the website domain name where they are used. Secret contains 1,000 elements organized as 500 rows with 2 columns. Right, unused elements contain the empty string, and these may occur anywhere in the array. Right, then it just has an example, so secret, well, row 27, column 1, right, this has the website name. Yeah, I guess what, row 27, column 2, right, this has the password. So we see, yeah, website name or domain name in column 1, right, password, column 2. Right, for security, the passwords are stored in an encrypted form shown as the circles. Right, the passwords cannot be used without being decrypted, and you may assume that the encrypted form of a password will not be an empty string. Right, well then we just got to encrypt, so this takes the password, then returns the encrypted form. Right, decrypt, well, takes an encrypted password, you know, returns the plain text, or yeah, the original password. Find password takes a website domain name as a string, searches for the website domain name in the array secret. If the website domain is found, the decrypted password is returned. However, if the website domain name is not found, then an empty string is returned. So yeah, and I think it says, well, these first 3 have been implemented already. Right, then well, AddPassword takes 2 parameters as strings, a website domain and a password. It searches for the website domain name in the array secret, and if not found, adds the website domain name and the encrypted password to the array. Right, well, it's going to return true if the website domain name and encrypted password are added to the array, otherwise it returns false. Okay, so if we think about this, I mean, the first part here says searches the website domain name in the array secret. So I think here we can just use this find password. Because, I mean, basically we can just use this find password and check that it's not equal to a empty string. Yeah, or I guess, well, we can check if it is equal to an empty string, right, then it means the website doesn't exist. So, yeah, I mean, let's try and use this. Right, so let's go function, this will be AddPassword. Right, it says it takes a domain, right, and it also takes a password. Okay, these are both going to be of type string, and, well, let's just go returns boolean. So I guess what we can do, we can just call this if, yeah, let's say if find password, right, name, so I think what this is the domain name. Yeah, okay, domain name. Right, I mean, so let's say if this is not equal to an empty string, I mean, or we could do, yeah, if it is equal to an empty string. So this is the kind of case where it's not found. Well, then this is where we can add a password. And then here in the else, we can just go return false. Right, because in this case, well, this means, you know, the domain is already added, so they already have a password for this domain. Right, then what we want to do, I guess, well, then we just need to find a position to insert it. So let's maybe just declare some variables, and I mean, honestly, we could just use a for loop here. Okay, because I guess we can just, yeah, we can just return, you know, as soon as we find a position to insert the password. So let's just go for, we'll say n or position. Right, this will start at 1, then we'll go to 500 because, well, this is the size of the array. And then what we want to do, we want to say if secret, right, and then we want n, and then column 1, okay, because column 1 is the domain. So if this is equal to an empty string, well, then it means that, you know, this position is not being used. So what we can do then, well, then we can just insert the data. So, right, let's go n, right, let's go column 1, and this one we can just directly insert the domain. Now, if I just copy this, for column 2, I guess we want to encrypt it. Yeah, so then we just want to encrypt the password. So let's just go encrypt, and then we'll just go password. And, okay, and then, well, then we can just go return true. Okay, and that should be fine, right? So let's go end if. Right, then let's just go next n. And then, I mean, I guess here, you know, if they get to the end, we can then just go return false like this. Now, technically, we actually don't even need this return false here, because I guess, you know what, if this condition is false, right, then it's just going to directly go to this return false. But I mean, you know, it's also fine to have 2 return falses like this. You know, it's just going to do the same. Right, so let's try this then. I mean, first let's try and use a website that already exists. So we'll just go up here, and yeah, I realise in this example there's a lot that don't exist. I mean, let's just try this one. Again, yeah, these are all just, you know, random website names. Okay, so let's go output. Then we want to go add password, and let's go, right, this is the domain, and right, I mean, let's try, I don't know, maybe ABC, let's try 1, 2, 3, 4, and right, something like this. So this should say false. Okay, why am I still calling this? Yeah, let's just get rid of that. But you know, if we go to the bottom right, we see it does return false. So yeah, this seems to work. Now, I mean, let's try, you know, I don't know, maybe my site. Let's go Pseudocode Pro, and this should return true. Yeah, okay, so it returns true. And this domain not found, I mean, this actually comes from this find password. So if we just go up here, yeah, I think one of the requirements is that if you don't find the password, it should just output this. So, you know, just don't worry about that. Right, and then I guess we can actually test it. Let's try and actually loop through. Or I guess, well, we can actually just call this find password, right? So let's go find password, and we'll just go Pseudocode Pro. Now, in this case, if we call add password again, in fact, no, sorry, okay, this won't, yeah, this won't exist, because, you know, it's going to run all the code again. Alright, so let's try this. Yeah, so it says, well, domain not found, because again, we're just resetting the array. Right, then it says true, because I guess, well, true means, yeah, obviously it could add the password, and then when we call find password, well, then it just returns the password we've added. Alright guys, so again, I mean, this seems to work, and hope this makes sense, and yeah, hope to see you in the next video.